hold on. Ah! Double. No. Where? How? Monitor only, okay. There we go. No more double. I think I was doing an audio test. That room got quite the echo. Yes. I hope y'all like it. I drew this myself. We'll do a room tour in just a moment. But yes. Hello. 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 I have no arm or hand tracking on today because my computer's feeling a little warm from all the tests I've been running in the last couple hours on trying to get my shit together. I also might be a little jumpy because my tracking is But yes, thank you. I wanted a cozy, kind of neutral, but still true to me environment. Let me see if I can make myself a little smaller. So you guys can see the room a little better. I wanted something that I made in my room. It's got like a blank space for me to sit in that's pretty open, or that you guys could be in and I could be on this side, like, but it still feel roomy and still feel pretty cozy. Yes, hello, this is gonna be a chatting stream because there's a lot for me to catch the fuck up on. And I don't really want to play. I'm so busy today, I don't even want to play any games. Which is kind of sad, but is what it is. Let's see. I think the next things on my, like, personal list to get ready after this room is one more. Welcome to the Labratz Fractured In. Very glad to have you. I hope you'll read the rules before, really interacting. If you have questions, let us know. But yes, welcome in. I have not been on Twitch. Okay, thank you. I have not been on Twitch for a while. And we're gonna get into that, and it might get y'all mind if a little possum gets emotional today, because it will happen. It will happen. Nothing. I mean, there is some bad stuff that's gone on, but I'm trying to be so brave. And then more stuff happened. I was like, okay, things are going great. And things are going great. And we're doing great. And we're doing awesome. And I'm back on my shit. And we're doing it. And then, I fucking ate rocks yesterday, and I didn't actually eat rocks yesterday. I started a new job working for the mail service as an intake person. I won't say which one, but there's like only a few to choose from. And I had the unfortunate experience. I mean, I'm glad I was the person who did it, but I had to call 911 for an old lady who tripped and fell over a parking bumper and just took the edge of a concrete sidewalk to her nose. And she was like 75 and on blood thinners, clearly, and I'm still in it. I almost didn't stream today because of it, but I'm gonna keep fucking going because life doesn't let me ever not have something happen each week. It's always something all the time, and I've just gotta keep going. She's okay as far as I know. She was conscious. She was of sound mind. She could answer questions. She could spell her name. It's just, yeah, it was pretty, I mean, traumatizing to witness, but also trying to also be the person on the phone with the EMTs and 911. Well, you're really with a 911 operator who has EMT training. And she's like, okay, agent, don't lay her on her side. Yeah, so I'm still there because I hope she's okay, because when old people, and when I say old, I mean like her hair's starting to thin in the back of her head and I could see it. She had a hip dysplasia surgery, which is what she kept telling us. She's like, I'm in so much pain, can I please lay down? And I'm like, no, sweetie, you can't lay down. We gotta have you leaning forward. And a guy from the business next door, he ran out and like put his feet underneath her to give her support so she could just lean against the back of the front of his legs, her back against like the front of his legs, but we still had to like have her head tilted down. So trying to get all the details, get an account of events of what happened between everyone, and then be the person on 911. I was like, oh, it was an interesting job experience for sure, to say the very least. I'm glad, as far as we know, she was okay. I think the most traumatizing part was like, the operator was like, okay, agent, I'm gonna need you to take the tissues that y'all have, and even if you don't have tissues, but if you do, take them and tightly pinch like the soft part of her nose, like where the bridge is, like the entirety of it, plug her nose up, basically pinch it really tight so it can clot up, and lean her head forward. And she kept wanting to lay on her side and like having to, and then they're like, if she throws up, so they go through like everything, like if she throws up and passes out, lay her on her side, but if she throws up and she doesn't pass out, just let her get it out so she doesn't aspirate. But if she goes unconscious, this is what to do. So my coworkers are like grabbing whatever they could so that she could lay her head down. I was like, wait, no, I'm sorry. She's telling me if she passes out. And then we gotta tell my boss, and then I gotta get an account. So it was just like, I think me and my coworkers left work that day and we all just kind of sat outside for a minute, smoked a cigarette, and then got in our cars. It was interesting, and it's always something every day at this job, like it is with most jobs, dealing with the public. But most of it's been kind of like, you know, weird, petty customer service, basic run-of-the-mill stuff, but this has been, that definitely was an experience. So that was my yesterday. Still followed me into today, because that was at noon. And seeing something like that, like, we had to review the camera footage a couple times too. Like, she bounced. Like, she's so tiny. She was so tiny. She tripped, fell, went down, stayed, like, bounced, stayed down. Like, you could see, and she was tiny and frail. It was like a little bird of a woman. Little bones. She's super old, like 75. I was trying to say that earlier. Like 75, between 76 and 75, super old. Like, sometimes when people fall, I go, oh, are you okay? Do you need any help? And they'll be like, no. But she was like, ow! And, like, all the men in the store, like, rushed out to pick her up and set her up. But it was me and my two other coworkers who are girls, and we were the ones, like, holding her nose, leaning her forward, getting 911 to us, relaying information to our boss, relaying information to the owners, the managers, asking for management to come in and kind of alleviate, because a lot of people in my town think we're going to be closed on Monday, so we were pretty busy. So I've been busy, and that's kind of how operations have been like these past couple weeks, is just busy and trying to use my free time and the little free time I've had to just relax. It's like after stream today, I'm gonna do math homework and probably think about that old lady still. I just hope she's okay. I better get a raise. I won't. It's a local business. I fell for the trap of, so there are certain mail access points in the US that can be franchise locations. This is one. So I don't think I'm gonna be getting a raise, and I'm okay with that because I'm still looking for better employment opportunities that are remote. This is just something to fill in the gap for reasons I'll explain in a moment, and I don't absolutely hate this job, because it's not thankless like food service jobs have been for me in the past. I will never go back to food. To those in food, I don't pray, but I will pray for you. It should look great on my resume. I hope so. If I can find out, I know what hospital the little old lady went to, and me and my coworkers are talking about like getting her a card because we don't want her, mind you, between one city that is 2 hours away and another city that is 3 hours away, we are the only access point in my town. So we do not want like this elderly couple who may need to utilize like our service again to think like, oh, we only associate the store with this bad accident that happened, even though, you know, the employees there got our back. Like, we might not go back there for a really long time. We want them to still come back. And also, we genuinely want them to know that we were sorry that that happened, because it was sad. So, we're all like, we're gonna get a card and sign it and do all that. And that's how it's been. Other than that, I'm taking the packages. Pricing the packages. I'm telling people I don't touch dry ice all the fucking time. And that's like the worst of it is dry ice, and then old people who come in with colon, poop in a box, colon, specimens when they don't seal it up, and I'm like, you gotta take it outside, put it on the hood of your car and seal it. I'm not taking this. Now my whole car, not my whole car, now my whole fuck. God damn it. Now my whole fucking store, it smells like doo-doo poo-poo. I would say the best part about my job is that it's pretty easy. If you can like one ear, out the other ear, and just use the weird experiences that happen day by day as like something to laugh about instead of like misery. It's like easy work while I'm still finishing up school. And then the second best thing I would say is that I'm able to do graphic design and print work for people in my community at a lower cost than what local advertising agencies and printing companies near me quote. So that's been pretty cool. I would say those are like the best things about my job. Oh, and I have some really cool coworkers. Am I in school or college? I am almost 30, so I am in college. I am in college. Let me see. We're gonna dismiss this ad break. I am studying graphic design and have like 5 to 3 years experience. I'm not good at logo designing. I'm much better at the photography, editing, turning it into ads part of it, and that's pretty niche. So I went to school to expand on that, and it's helped. I still hate logo design. I think that's my least favorite. But yeah. That is what I'm studying. And VTubing is like my passion project, hobby stuff. And I will be graduating school. This coming May. I'm almost done. I'm literally like almost done. I'm almost at the end of it. I was gonna go get a bachelor's. I'm gonna stick with an associate's just so I can get out of school faster. I'm not going to mention anything else political past this, but I will state, like, should we, you know, economy crash, woo, ooh, scary, economy crash, I don't want to be stuck in school during one. What's the goal, I'd say? Yeah. End goal is to just make enough to live by. Like, if I can live comfortably and do what I want to do, and I'm not working 80-hour work weeks all the time like past graphic design internships I've done had me working for very little. Like, I was getting paid $10 an hour while my peers were getting paid $35, and I was hired on after my internship, and I was still working 80-hour work weeks while they were working 35-hour work weeks. I want to have work-life balance, have enough money to do what I want, and live okay. Yeah, it was a big gap. It was a huge gap, and it's also why I work like service jobs, so I can have friendships with people my age and connection with people my age or other adults, because I wasn't getting that at all during that internship time. It was just me and my aunt who I worked under. I worked under her. She referred me to the job, but she had, like, after that, like, I was under her, but I was also under one of her co-owners. It was a whole thing, and I was just miserable, man. I'm gonna ramble on that for too long, but keeping it short. I want work-life balance, enough money to live comfortably, and, like, at least get by, and to do what I want to do. Yeah, that's life. It is life, and it definitely taught me how that industry specifically is, like, you kind of have to be a shark about it, whether you're a shark in sales, getting a client to agree on a design, or, like, arguing with upper management about, like, why you should be paid more because you work harder than people getting paid more than you. All that. Yeah, ads. My bad. It'd be like that. Ads, marketing, creative design. I did, like, bridal catalogs. We did a lot of shit, man. Like, when I think about it. I did some stuff for... The company's gone under now. Like, they're bankrupt. And they liquidated all their assets, so I can talk about it. I did, like, promos for the Guardians of the Galaxy. I want to say it was the second movie or the first movie. They had a promotion with Doritos, and it was the bag that had the tape record, like, print on it. And then the little standees that they would print and cut out for Walmart or any retailer. Like, I worked on those. I didn't do the photography or anything. Frito-Lay gave us the images, and I just put them all together and said, "Hey, Frito-Lay, does this look good? Is this okay?" And they go, "Yeah, that's fine." And that was, like, the most fun moment I had, but again, I was, like, no life miserable. No life miserable, didn't even have enough time to get my own apartment, so I moved back to my little small town, and I'm here. And almost done. I'm almost done with my degree. And I don't want to work on big name stuff if I don't have to. I'm happy to do little name stuff. I find, like, the bigger name client you have and the less people you have around you, the more swamped you're gonna be. And I just want work-life balance. I feel old. Like, what are your dreams? Work-life balance and a 401k. And health benefits. Alright. Okay. We are gonna continue this nice chatting, comfortable vibe, and I'm so glad that y'all like. I do not live by myself. I live with my family still. They are letting me live with them until I graduate in May. I have figured out an apartment situation that I'm going to be moving out with my current partner. It's gonna be chill. I was supposed to move out in August, but for reasons we're about to get into, I could not. I like literally could not, and I still cannot. I cannot sustain myself, go to school, and pay rent in my area without like wanting a Kurt Cobain POV, to put it very simply. So we're gonna move over here real quick. Am I in the way? No, great. Okay. I'm gonna hide you guys for a little bit. There you go. Yeah, it can be. I'd rather like not try to make it on my own and just live with family. Keep it chill. Alright. So I'm gonna go through some stuff real quick. And I'm gonna be tiny in the corner and yapping. Let's get some like not so hipster vibe guitar music. Yeah, PowerPoint. It was either this or I was gonna read from my notes app in my phone, and then it got to be too much. So, piano, BGM, free to use, please. Let's see. I also hope that my YouTube chat is working. I am multi-streaming at the moment. I just have Twitch chat up here so I don't break TOS. Let's see. Ryuichi Sakamoto. Ads! Sorry. We're fine. Let's see. What are we doing? Let me make sure. Okay, hi YouTube. Let's see. It is whatever makes it easier. It's always whatever makes it easier and comfortable. Alright. I'll go give it a try. It's okay. I see it. I can see it. You don't have to. You don't have to unless you want to. That also, no, you never have to unless you want to here. That's the vibe I try to give you guys. So, Agent, where the fuck you been? The music's really fucking soft. Hold on. It's because my volume's all the way fucking down. Hold on. Thank you, Agent. Ah! He did the glasses pointing like actually combo. There we go. So just bear with me because it's a long story, but basically I started this summer being totally preoccupied with handling some legal matters and receiving pay from an employer who was denying me my pay. And I'm not talking about like my last week. I'm talking about weeks that I had worked that were out of the bounds of my last week of pay. And that's the only exposition I'm really going to give on that. Because if I get too into it, I'm going to get more and more upset. It just consumed from the middle of July to like the middle of August just consumed my mind. Oh, you were good. Thank you for stopping by, Fractured. It was good to have you. But yeah. They denied me pay. Didn't tell me that they weren't gonna pay me until the following week. They never fucking did. They never did. So by the point that I'm receiving pay, I'm 5 weeks past when I should have been paid. Just about. And I'm eating overdraft fees, bills to the face, payment plans getting canceled. I'm borrowing money from family who are nice enough to do that. And we got an ad break. We got an ad break, so I'm gonna sip my drink for 3 minutes. But for YouTube, I'll yap a little more on this. So basically, my last weeks were in the middle of July. Because I was like, look, I can't keep fucking working like this. I can't keep moving around from business to business. Because the owner owned, like an Auntie Anne's. and a couple Mediterranean restaurants, and I was working in the restaurants and I enjoyed that. But it's when he wanted to move me into like these little jobs. Like I was just getting moved around and I didn't have a set schedule, and the pay kept getting shady, and I was getting paid via check without a pay stub. It was too much, and then worked there for a month, and they keep telling me, oh, you'll make tips eventually, and I don't. It's supposed to be $10 an hour plus tip, and it never was, so. At a certain point, you gotta fucking cut your losses, you know? Excuse me. It just got to be too much. And then the overdraft fees, swimming in them. It was pretty stressful, to say at the very least. And I've got a minute left on this ad break that I'm gonna use to kind of take a breather. It's been a time. It's been a time. Ugh. Come on. We got 40 seconds. I'm impatient. I wish there was a way for me to do... Yeah, $10 an hour with no tips is crazy, Magic. It was fucking gross. It was nasty. It was gross. It was mean. And not only that, they were like, oh, you'll make tips when the other girl is fired. And she was a Nepalese, like a Nepali immigrant working there. And she was awesome. She was sweet. So the whole time I'm employed, they're like, don't tell her, but we're firing her. So yeah, crazy. Welcome back, Twitch. Welcome back, Twitch. So yeah, $10 an hour, no tips. Worked with this very sweet Nepali girl who I became, like, decent friends with. And I think she moved back to Nepal. I hope she did, because that job was a piece of shit and they were going to fire her regardless if I was going to be there or not. But they were like, no, we're not going to give you tips until we fire her. So I left. I quit, understandably, because they were like, we're going to move you into Auntie Anne's to work with your friend that works there. My friend who works there is not actually really a friend. They're like like an acquaintance who I would see frequently. I was more friends with their partner. I'm friendly with them, but after this experience, I really didn't want a friendship with them because they were my manager, and I did not like their managing skills, and it got really uncomfortable really fast, and with the pay stuff like added on top. Yeah, like the pretzel brand. They franchise a lot of their locations, so I was working for I was getting moved around to this guy that just owns a bunch of restaurants, and then come to find out while I'm working there, his construction company is being audited, so there's definitely some kind of weird fucking bullshit fraud stuff going on. Like, I had to contact people my family knew who were in law enforcement to be like, hey, what do I do about my pay? Is this a civil issue or a legal issue? Can you, like, come with me in your uniform or something and help me, like, maybe possibly intimidate them into giving my pay? Because they're not paying me. I am 5 weeks behind pay. It's reaching, like, 15 days. Not 5. It was, like, 15 days for my last paycheck. And it was weekly pay. And I was missing 2 weeks worth of pay that should have been separate. So, 14, and then another 14 days after the last pay period day. What should have been my last payday. So 14 plus 14, not 3 sets of 14. I'm thinking 7. I'm dumb. I'm doing the math in my head and I can see the number and 14 keeps popping up and I'm dumb. I'm sorry. So 14 plus 14 is 28. So 28 days no pay from this. Like, I'm behind. I'm behind because I have 2 weeks of pay from July that I'm not getting paid for. So immediately in July, I'm looking around, looking for a job, and I find my job that I have right now. Except because I'm a little late on the payroll, it takes some time whenever you start a new job to get your first paycheck. So fortunately, I was able to back pay a lot of what I owed on my bills with my first 2 paychecks at the mail store. Being a mail lady. And that's like the exposition I can give on that. And it's like in between trying to start this new job and adjust to this new job and learn the laws about mail and do my training and help this little mailing point get like their printing and graphic design stuff set up. I'm like calling and playing phone tag with the Louisiana Labor Board. With the labor board, with local law enforcement, with judges, with the not accounts payable, but the labor pay people. Like, I'm being given the runaround. So I am told by 2 people from the labor board and the workforce commission that 100% this employer is committing wage fraud. But because they're not doing it in retaliation to me wanting to join a union, they can't do shit about it. I finally got in touch with a lawyer who did some free counsel work with me. And she said I was doing my best and to just, in the process of wanting to pursue legal action, continue pursuing and seeing if they will just straight up pay me. Well, showing up every day after work and before every day of my new job, they finally wound up paying me because I was bothering them so bad. And now I fucking hate pretzels. Now I fucking hate pretzels. Now I fucking hate pretzels and Lebanese food, and I'm sad because Lebanese food was kind of good, but now I can't eat it without thinking about this fuck-ass summer I had. My new job's great. So I'm running around in circles, and we finally get there, and I finally receive my pay in the middle of fucking August. In the middle of fucking August, I finally received my pay. I'm, like, just fucking ecstatic. Like, I think I cried in my car on the way home after I deposited all my checks and shit. And I thought I had a moment to breathe. Mind you, because of all this shit, Medicaid said, oh, you made $4,000 in August, so now we're gonna drop you. And now I'm still in legal shit for that on the side. That's a side note that I didn't put in here, but fuck. Like, I haven't gotten a break, man. And so I still have Medicaid health coverage until my court date, which I'm waiting to hear back about my appeal. And the state will issue me a lawyer because I don't make enough money to pay a lawyer. But after receiving this pay in late August and adjusting to this new job that I enjoy, I genuinely do enjoy this job despite its hardships. I am enjoying it. And it's like, I show up, I do it. I don't want to be there. I don't dream of labor, but you know, I don't hate it. Sometimes I walk in there and I'm like, this place is a prison! This place is a prison! And like, But I get over it like in 10 minutes because some sweet old lady goes, I love your glasses! Or, I love your hair! And I'm like, thank you. I grew it. Or I bought them. Thank you. And it like makes my day. Like, people are so nice. And they're like, thank you so much for taking my mail. I have to drive like 3 hours out to get this done if you guys aren't open. And like, oh my god, that's so true. Anyways. Yeah. So despite all like the good and the really bad, my family gets told some news that my grandmother was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. My mama, I call her my mama. She is my grandma. My mama received the diagnosis after getting a CT scan for some blood clots. For some blood clots she had in her legs. And we were told that she did not want chemo. And that this was it. My family was making arrangements to go and see her and spend time with her because we were told pretty sudden. And she does not exactly live close by. And some of my parents do not have the best relationship with her. But me and my siblings still had a decent relationship with her. So we were all planning to go and see her and figure out what we were gonna do. But something must have changed her mind, as the morning after Labor Day, we received a call from family that she suffered a stroke. And it was shortly after her second round of chemotherapy. I'm sorry. This is my first time talking about it out loud to someone who is not my family, so I apologize. I thought I would be stronger to talk about it as I was writing it, and perfectly fine. She was in a hospice care facility not too far from my work. And I went every day to visit her. Every day that I could, with my brothers and sisters and my dad and my uncles and everyone. She was in a medically induced coma. Per her DNR, she had a do not resuscitate plan. She had an end of life care plan, and the nurses did follow it pretty closely. As I said, I visited her as frequently as I could. My dad was one of the last people she had a coherent discussion with. I do wish I had gotten to see her sooner. We watched her stubbornly push through her final days until she left us shortly after midnight on September 11th. I thank you. I thank you all for your condolences, well wishes, and kind words over the last 2 months as I've been trying to make my return, trying to grieve, and trying to be vulnerable without fearing looking weak. I do thank you all. Even if you reached out to me on alternative accounts, on my art account, or privately, I thank you all. It helped me push through so much. me just a moment, please. There are things to look forward to. I will discuss it in just a moment. Give me a second to calm down, please. Sorry. I shouldn't apologize. I wanted to be vulnerable, but I did not realize I would become this vulnerable, and I'm so sorry. So what now? I'll be working hard to attempt to unlock my memberships on YouTube over the next year. As fast as that happens, I'm gonna work hard, but I'm not gonna push it and go crazy mode. I don't think I have the energy to go crazy mode clearly right now. But I do want to unlock memberships. Mostly because I'll kind of go into why in a moment. I'm sorry. I said it this way so I wouldn't ramble at each point, and here I am breaking that structure. Always a rebel. I will be doing only 2 to 3 streams scheduled a week from here on out, unless it changes. Of course, there's always going to be outliers. I can't promise when they will happen. I can't tell you when they're gonna happen. They're just gonna happen. But I'm sure, like, no one's complaining, like, oh, you're doing a 4th stream this week. That's cool. It's just, this is how it's gotta be. This is how it's gotta be for me to do what I want to do and have time to do what I want to do and to still rely on people and be there for myself, be there for Lucky, be there for my brothers, be there for my sister, be there for my family, and show up in people's lives as well as show up for my own plans and my own life and stop, like, neglecting stuff. So I don't really go into as why I'm doing that, so that's why the exposition right here. I do plan on revisiting a community Discord. It will be subscribers/membership only. I will open it on November 25th. But Agent, I'm a long-time viewer, and I don't sub. Well, gifted subs, I will try to be throwing out as well. I'm starting to get back on my feet, and we're getting there. Don't you worry. We'll figure it out. Again, mods. So there will be exceptions sometimes to mods, etc., etc., etc. Sorry for my gross sniffles. I can't help it. My body's doing what it's doing. Goddamn. So merch. Merch has been a lot of back and forth, on and off, finding vendors, not having money, especially not having money, because it all is coming out of my own pocket to have, like, I want to have it on hand. I don't want to do pre-order as much as possible, but if it comes down to that, which it may, and I may have to just suck it up and do it that way, it'll boil down to it. We'll get into that as well. And I want to do a major event for my stream anniversary, which is also in November. So 2 events in November, Discord only, shit. Subscriber/membership, community Discord, and major event. And we'll get into that. And I'll probably cry more again when we get into it, because I'm a big old baby. Sub/member. So, I've marked this down here. Membership/subscriptions will be eventually 2 separate groups, but will still both have access to the, pay to enter Discord, basically, is what that becomes. I'm joking. Subscriber/membership only Discord. Eventually, sub-only streams on Twitch will just be, like, sub-only chat, and they get to chat be the only chatters along with mods and editors and VIP, if I can get it that way. I don't know if I can, but mods and such chatty, while I do like art or something. But eventually, YouTube memberships will work like a Patreon service, where it's a flat rate service, and it's just going to be a backlog catalog of like all the behind the scenes artwork, all the behind the scenes everything that I'm planning, behind the scenes looks at incoming lore stuff, merchandise. They'll get a say in what merch does or doesn't get produced. It's gonna be something like that. As a big ol' fucking thank you. In a way I can do it, in a way that I can meet that expectation, in a way that fits true to me, and in a way that doesn't overwhelm me or soak up too much of the very little time that I have. So, if you're going to be a subscriber or membership, you'll gain access to a sub-member-only Discord after November 2025. It will open the very last day of November 2025 is what I'm planning. It won't be a huge Discord. It will basically just be pings, clips, behind-the-scenes stuff. If I want to post photos of Olive, if you guys want to post photos of your dogs, and food. I'm gonna keep it really chill, really simple, and video games, of course. Magic, I know, I remember whenever you were in the old Discord, you loved sharing, Warframe stuff. Anyone who wants to share, like, artwork they're working on, they'll be able to do so there. So, it's just, like, tinier, more condensed. I'm so sorry, Skeetle! Thank you for playing them out! I did, in fact, turn off stream alerts. I don't know if my thing is still pinned. I don't think it is. Fuck, because I had to reset stream. I'm so sorry. I have all my stream alerts muted, out of respect for, like, the vibe. But thank you so much. And I'm so glad to see you, man. Skeetle, I can't fucking think right now. My brain's all juice. But yeah, I want to do a sub/membership only Discord, for people that are into that. And have that available to them. That way I also don't feel like I absolutely have to chat in this every single day. Which is how I felt when we had the big ass, like, open community. Open to anyone that walked in, especially commission bots Discord. That's how that felt to me. I always felt like, fuck, I gotta socialize today. Shit. I gotta do it. I gotta do it every single day, fuck. And it's not that I don't like talking with y'all, it's just, it was so overwhelming because I was in so many Discords. Again, you're gonna have behind the scenes looks at incoming projects, as well as sometimes, say or input or creative feedback on stuff I'm producing as I'm producing it, because I'm gonna be doing, like, live art streams, live creative streams, writing streams, all that. When memberships open on YouTube. That's the goal. Anyway, that's the goal for all this shit. Discounts on merch. If you subscribe, even if you're a gifted sub, you'll get discounts on merch. Probably 15%. Which I know isn't much. I might bump it to 20. And then, like, when the holidays hit, 50 or 30. For the fourth point, fucking golf. But the fourth point is, subs and memberships will get access to all VODs. Memberships will get access to all VODs and all, like, membership-only VODs. Subs will have access to all Twitch VODs. And they should in the moment. I have that marked that way. Alright, let's see. Merchandise. Merchandise will be up for pre-order December. I did decide to do pre-order. I couldn't fucking remember what I decided on. I have all my notes. I wasn't looking at my notes. I'm sorry. I'm talking out my ass. So I did decide I'm gonna do it for pre-order in December, and it will all go out, I want to say mid-January, unless there's like some crazy weird shit. I don't know if I'm gonna do overseas. I'm gonna try and do overseas. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna do my best. But I just need y'all to know that international shipping, a fuck right now. International shipping is a fuck. I am hesitating, as it's a bit of a financial dip for me to take. I spelled 2 wrong. Hold on, no. I love you, Canva. Anyways. Never say I don't fix my mistakes. Sometimes I fix my mistakes. I am hesitating though, as it is a bit of a financial dip for me to take right now. So I'm gonna keep it simple when we do get some merch. It will more than likely be like... I'm thinking more than likely 1 shirt. I spelled after wrong on the previous slide. No way. Fuck! Sometimes I fix all my mistakes. Kurt Cobain POV. Okay, I gotta stop saying that. I'm sorry. Goddamn. I am hesitating because it's a bit of a financial dip for me to take, but I'm thinking 2 prints, sticker sheet, t-shirt, that's it. T-shirt's gonna be the biggest thing. But I don't know if I want to get paint or if I want to get it screen printed. And I'm gonna see which one's the more financially reliable option, and then we're gonna go from there. Yay! And I'm gonna design it! That's the fucking thing, is I want to design all my merch for my first release. And I was thinking about some keychains. I'm still talking with some friends of mine who have some sketches built. I think I'm going to do that for my birthday merch next year. And plan it out ahead in advance so I can get kind of a jump and have it on hand. Yada, yada, yada. Do all that. Yay! Alright, merch hard to do. Hello, Coffin. Welcome in. Hello. But merch is a fuck. Take my money for plastic. Alright. This one wasn't supposed to be animated, but it was. So the future of this channel is going to be focused on clearing my game backlog, as it always has been. Having fun, as I've always wanted it to be. And in addition to continue to promote my future projects and plans for Agent... I can't speak! God damn it! And to promote my future projects and plan for... You should not cry and then try to do something really serious for your own business ventures. FYI, chat. Basically to promote my future projects and plans for Agent Roadkill as a character. Yay! Because Agent Roadkill streaming is me, and we're having fun, and I am like this, and sometimes I say things that are pretty cool and funny. But we're gonna talk about that as well. But I am also a character, and I have plans for this character that I don't want to fully indulge and expose. But I'm finally making some stuff I've talked about in the past reality. I'm finally in the process of like doing like scripts and shit. I'm doing it. I'm drafting it. It's there. I'm just going to do it. And if it's bad, it's bad, and I'll work on it until it's good. And that's where I am. And sincerely, again, thank you. I appreciate your support. And now I have an announcement. I thought I wrote more things, but I guess I'm doing this. I didn't look ahead. It's been a day since I wrote these slides. I'm so sorry. And I may have spelled sincerely wrong. The lore There's always been lore. It's just finally going to be legitimized in a way that I'm happy making. Alright, I'm gonna move over here now. Yay! I'm gonna be doing a fundraiser. And it got cut off. It got cut off. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch-ass motherfucker and he pissed on them. He pissed on my wife. That's right, he pissed on my wife. No, I shouldn't be saying that when this is a pretty serious thing. I'm gonna be doing a fundraiser. I'm gonna do my best to do an endurance donathon and run through all of Hollow Knight until I'm done with it. So that means even though I'm bad at this game and I love this game, I'm gonna beat Hollow Knight and then try to build Silksong immediately after. In case I beat Hollow Knight too soon. And that endurance donathon won't be one day. It will be a couple days. I drew that. That's Agent. That's me. That's me as a little Hollow Knight guy. That's me as the Hollow Knight. I know that's not his name. That's me! I did that! I drew that! I'm so happy. I'm gonna be raising funds for lung cancer. I'm currently trying to get the approval and figure out if there's a donation minimum. They haven't responded fully to me. I gotta finish getting in touch with their, with the events coordinator who I've been in talks with. I haven't gotten all the details fully, but if not them, they have a sister program and a couple other programs for lung cancer that I can also donate to, and it will still go to people. Regardless, at the end of the day, this money will go to the hands of people suffering or the families suffering from lung cancer. Families like affected by someone who they love dearly has been affected by it or lost their life to it. Yeah. I did this. I'm so happy. Endurance Donathon raising funds for cancer. And it will be to, as far as I know, for the time being, Go To for Lung Cancer is the organization I have researched the most and have chosen with and I am in talks with. If for some reason they have too large of like a minimum donation, because I'm still small, so I have to keep it realistic, and I have to keep it realistic as to what I can offer as well. Not a complaint, I'm just trying to be realistic because I've had some money issues lately and I'm just starting to get back on my feet. I've just gotten back on my feet, I should say. And I can give back a little to people while I'm still grieving. And, well, I will always be grieving my grandmother because this whole experience has been a fuck. Excuse my French, but that's I do not wish this experience that I've had on any family. Let's see. But Go To for Lung Cancer is an organization that I've done the research on the most. And that I've had people from the organization sit and talk with me about what they do with the money, etc., etc. I trust it because I can see where it's gone, and I've had great communication with them. Let's see. So, the donation details. Move my little self. Alright. Proceeds will go to Lung Cancer, a non-profit dedicated to helping families and patients affected by lung cancer, as well as funding research towards this type of cancer. This is an ode to my grandmother. Again, and this is also my promo I'll be posting on social media for anyone who missed this, so I will go over this again. My grandmother passed away suddenly in September on 9/11. Shortly after her diagnosis with stage 4 lung cancer. I cannot cure this disease. I know that I cannot cure this disease. As much as I want to fix it, as much as I want to fix it for other people, but I can lend, even if it's just a small hand, at the very least a hand, to try to help others out. Cause this is rough. This shit is so... I'm not gonna go into it, but it was... I don't wish this on anyone, y'all. I really don't. It's gonna be November 25th. I have not chosen an exact day. It might wind up being the whole fucking month, you know? It's gonna be... My goal is to finish until the end of the month. It's not gonna be one day. It's gonna be a full event. And I've put down here our goal is 300 USD. A starting pool of $100 of my own money will be contributed. I've been saving up at least 10% of each check I've gotten in the last 2 paydays, and I have enough to comfortably start with $100, and we'll go from there. I'm not gonna be doing any crazy, like, I'm gonna draw for you. This is strictly just donate if you want to, out of the good of your own heart, if you'd like to. And the donation information will come when the event starts. I'm announcing it this early in case anyone wants to donate, in case anyone wants to give any little bit that they can, and they may want to wait until November because of any reason, or they may want to wait for whatever. And I may want to add more money or what have you. But basically, it's just going to be a nice time of me playing all of November, the Hollow Knight and Silksong, and doing my best to get through them while trying to raise money for people affected by something that is just a fucking nightmare. And doing what we can to help others. If you're of the mindset, well, Agent, you do art and I would like art for my donation, I'm sorry, but I don't have it in me to do that at the moment. I still owe from my previous donathon, and I'm almost done owing these previous art raffles that I offered. This is purely out of being kind and wanting to give. And if you cannot give, showing up, saying hi, acknowledging, like, hey, this really sucks, but this community is doing a good thing. Or asking, hey, Agent, what can we do to raise awareness about lung cancer? Or help people in our lives prevent it? What preventative care can we do? We'll talk about that. I'll do my best to have some information on hand, some links on hand that Go To Cancer has, as well as other organizations have provided me as well. The biggest thing is I'm quitting smoking. I know I had a cigarette yesterday, but it was one after 2 weeks of not smoking. I am quitting. I am quitting vaping. Like, I got rid of my vape a while ago. But nicotine, quitting. That's what I can do. For me, at least. For preventative care. So I can be there for people in my life. Lucky is quitting. He's had some lung issues lately, and I won't go into detail on that because it's not my place, but he's been going through some medical stuff and he's had to quit, so I'm also quitting, both for him, but also because of all this in the middle of everything, and yeah. And that's the goal, that's the plan. That's what's up. So look forward to that. As a fun little, like, creative bonus, I guess you could say, is I tried to get it to work today. I couldn't get it to work. I have a new chat widget that I got. Let me see. I'm trying to figure it out. I got really frustrated with it. It's from the creator Clive Gen. And they have a Hollow Knight themed, like, donation goal thing, and chat will be themed for Hollow Knight, so it will be nice. It will be fun, I hope, and it will be a good time raising money for a good thing. I'm a big person of action. Like, I want to do things and try to do things when things go wrong or bad, and when I can't do things, it leaves me really super frustrated and kind of feeling helpless. And I realized while I was starting to feel that way, well, what's a good thing I can do for others in my life, for others in this world, for others in this life? And I decided that's what I was gonna do. And we got an ad break in 7 minutes, so I'm gonna get my little last bits of boo-hooing out of here. But yeah, I think it will go well. I think we will be alright, y'all know? We'll be alright. I hope y'all like my new room. I drew this. I hope I will see y'all in November, and that will have a fun time. And an additional thing is, I'd like to do this donation event every year. I really would. Every November. For my anniversary as a streamer, as one of the few things I could do as a person, even just as a person, I want to give. I want to give back to people affected by this shit. Ooh. I feel like it's just one thing I can do. But yeah. That's enough of me crying. I won't be playing any games today. I just kind of wanted to chat. To give a heads up. To give some updates on some stuff that changed as well. Let me check. We do have some changes I made before some stuff, all this happened. And life got in the way of me really getting to spell it out, address it how I wanted to, and everything like that. Sorry, I'm moving you guys closer in. Let's see. Twitch. Twitch, please. Twitch. Please don't let me hear myself. Oh, thank God. I don't want to hear myself with my nasally, like, stuffy voice and crying and And I won't lie, when I was writing it out in my notes, I was going really into detail, and I didn't realize, like, aside from maybe, like, one of my coworkers, Lucky, my family, and my boss, I really haven't talked out loud in person about what's been going on. And I think, like, a couple of my friends over Discord, like, what's really been going on. So it was a little cathartic, and I thank y'all for listening to that. I want to keep things, you know, more lighthearted and friendly and not so sad. But life happens, you know, for some of us, so sometimes you gotta acknowledge it to get to the good. I enjoy the chatting streams as well. They're very fun. Let's see. I did update my about information, on Twitch specifically. I put a disclaimer stating because of lore projects I'm going to be doing in the coming months that won't be released or published until next year. I've made this statement because we love chatting, we love streaming, I love sharing experiences in my life like the little old lady yesterday who I had to call 911 for. Like, I like getting to share those parts of life with y'all, but I want to make it clear that Lucky and I, Agent Roadkill, are fictional characters with some minor resemblance and quirks that come from me, the person behind Lucky and Agent, as well as my partner, who is the person behind Lucky, and other characters I will be making for Lucky in the future, and I've been in talks with him about making. We share some minor resemblances and quirks, but they are still fictional OCs. Please treat us both and others in chat with respect, but always be aware of this aspect. And please do not take any experiences, stories, or side notes given on stream as canonical lore, unless it's stated otherwise. I know that's usually like a big, well, thing for VTubers, but I feel like I want to stress that more, especially as I'm shifting gear into really setting forth on these goals of producing media around me and Lucky's lore, as well as other characters. Vine Boom. Other characters, Vine Boom. I've got lined up. And trust me, like I want to crawl out of my skin, whip my iPad out, and just show you all the like unfinalized, unfinished sketches that I've been working on while I've been on break. And I can't taste the beast inside. I want to share these projects so bad, but I want them to be done before I share them. That is a very bad habit I have, is wanting to leak things before it's done. Because when I do that, I no longer want to share the rest of it, because I get worried that people would have liked the sketch or the behind the scenes too much, which is why I'm going to be sharing the behind the scenes stuff behind a paywall eventually when memberships are unlocked and we meet that goal on YouTube. So excited. I'm glad you are looking forward to seeing it. I will share, without sharing too much, I've got everything up to a 2.0 and 2.0 lore planned out, sketched out, worked out, artists I have in mind, art of my own that needs to be finalized. It's just when you're independent and you're kind of doing this as a big old fat passion project of your own, and you're not like, when you're doing it for the love of it, it takes a little more time to get it done. Cause it's the hobby of it and it's the love of the game, you know? It just be like that. So let's see. So that's one thing I've changed, is I've added that disclaimer on Twitch. And I believe I've also added the disclaimer somewhere in YouTube. I believe I've placed it like in chat rules, like, keep in mind about this. Like, I don't care if you lewd Agent as a character. Hello, Natsu, you're not late. You just missed me crying like a bitch. And that's what VODs are for. I love you so much. But yes, I've added a disclaimer that even though I've shared, like, personal life stuff, and I got my start on Twitch and doing streaming with my face cam, so I do acknowledge that, and I do acknowledge that my art accounts are attached to Agent. This is me talking as the person behind Agent right now. Bye-bye to your immersion. But long story short, just please treat us both and others in chat with respect, but be aware that I'm aware that I've done that in the past. And I'm not afraid of that, and I am vulnerable about it at times, but just don't take, like I said, don't take any experiences, life stories, or side notes given on stream as canon lore, please, unless it's stated otherwise. Sometimes being the person while on stream gets in the way of being the VTuber, and you can't break that little meshing that sometimes happens whenever you get so far into VTubing after having a weird combo wombo cosplay art, everything used to be combined and now it's getting separated experience. So for my experience, because it's different and unique, these are my, like, please don't do that. I really would not like that, and I want to be respectful to the people I'm referencing in my projects, and respectful to anything that they may share that doesn't want to be taken as canon lore. Like, if Lucky starts talking about a weird experience he had with adopting Olive's lore in my Agent Roadkill lore series is totally different. Because she's my little weird cyborg dog. Like, I'm sharing these little bits because I'm like, it's so far removed from real life, but references some things in real life, so. I'm just playing Barbie dolls on stream. That's what it is. That's all it is. I'm playing Barbie. This is my Barbie dream house. Next up is I'm building a hot tub right now. But like I said, I don't care what you draw, call Agent, off stream. It's in stream that I can kind of set boundaries. So we're gonna get into that a little bit. The rules are a really long ass list. We've gone over them many times before. But the only thing that has changed is, again, I don't care what you call me off stream. But on stream, don't call me stuff like mommy in chat. In chat, don't call me mommy. Don't make other people uncomfortable sexually. Let's see. For trading card game chats, let's try to keep it on topic. Am I building a hot tub? I want to build a hot tub. I would like to build a hot tub. Hot tub streams. VTuber edition. Except, like, Gremlin. I don't know. I haven't figured out what I want to do. I got some bum-ass sketches on my... You need a hot tub? I need a hot tub. I'm not building a real hot tub. I wish I was building a real hot tub. I don't got the money for that. Let's see. So basically for TCGs, it stayed the same. For Magic the Gathering streams, like, specifically, or for Pokemon streams, 1v1 or deck reviews, unless that stream is designated for that, don't ask for it. I'm not gonna give it anymore. It detracts. It detracts. You can always ask. I may say no. Like, you're not gonna get banned for asking, can I 1v1? You are gonna get banned if you ask to 1v1 every single stream that isn't a 1v1 Magic the Gathering stream. Like, if I'm playing Hollow Knight next month and you could just come in and go, do you have time to 1v1 me and Commander so I can whoop your ass on stream, stupid girl? I don't think you guys are like that, but it feels like that sometimes, so I'm like, bitch, no! Get out! Like, no. Except I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna be like, banned. Like a big wrong buzzer plays. And more than likely, you won't even be banned. You'll just be timed out until the next stream. The only time I'm not forgiving is like when it's really fucking out of the park shit. Another thing that has changed, I did touch on briefly, and then I went on fuck-ass hiatus. No more political discussion. Sharing this for this one moment. Some events happened during the funeral for my grandmother that just kind of made me snap a little, and that included the individual who shared a death date with my grandmother on 9/11 being mentioned during the funeral and detracting from the person's funeral it was, and every single old person in my family on that side of my family going, who the fuck is this person? And like, it no longer was about my grandmother. Put such a sour taste in my mouth. I do not want any more political discussions. I used to enjoy educational streams unless it is a stream dedicated to education around cultural stuff and the history behind stuff, because I live in a very cultural and historical state. That I used to not mind sharing tidbits of information. I'm not doing that anymore. I want to have dedicated streams eventually when we can get in a place where I would be okay with that again, where viewers and friends and people who have cultures who want their culture to be appreciated. Like, I have a lot of Filipino friends. I have a lot of immigrant friends. I have a lot of friends that come from different cultural backgrounds who I want their culture celebrated. I want to discuss the food and the history behind it openly, with no shame. But I don't want every single stream when I mention like a little thing that's food-wise or American, because I am American, to then turn into a full-on political debate or discussion. No more of that. This is me hard putting a foot down and discussing that. And it's not just one person, it's not just anything. I used to allow it in good faith. But after this one experience, and after everything that's gone on around me, I'm very tired. I want to have fun. I'm no longer having fun when that happens. And sometimes change is necessary for us to continue having fun and being respectful. So we may have dedicated stuff. I'm not saying there will be, but I said we may have dedicated days where we discuss cultural food and stuff like that. And I want my friends, and I want my viewers, and I want people in my life who are from different cultures than me to feel celebrated in a respectful way. But it's kind of hard to do that when every stream winds up turning into that, because I fall for bait. So that's not gonna happen anymore. So mods, if you're ever here and you hear that shit, I may give y'all a buzzer or something to hit, and it reminds me like, hey, get your shit back together, you're falling into old habits. So we'll see. But for my peace of mind, it's a big no. I will time out. If it continues to happen, I will ban. Alright. Again, treat me like a fictional character, but please be respectful. Do not make other chatters uncomfortable, especially in regards to being lewd. That leads into, don't call me mama. Don't call me mommy. The people who can call me mama are VTuber children. If I make you a VTuber model, or a PNG model, or a design, you may call me mama or papa. I do not care. But if you are just a chatter, do not call me mommy. Do not ask me to say weird things. I do not appreciate that. It has made the vibes weird. Sometimes I'm okay with sexual joking. Like, we're adults here. I don't care about that, but I don't want to be called mommy. Not by weirdos not by randos on the internet. We're all weird. I'm fucking weird. So I can't say weirdos because that includes me. You can call me your overlord. You can call me your little guy. You can call me that fuck-ass rat I watch. You can call me that one VTuber. I don't care. I don't care what you call me, as long as it's appropriate, as long as it's not sexual, and if it is sexual and you've been given approval, I don't care if you've been given approval. If you're like, may the court allow us to call the possum this? And I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, that's fine. I can vibe. If it's a vibe and it's funny, more than likely I'll say yes. But if it's super sexual and people who aren't saying it to be funny could take advantage and make everyone else uncomfortable and bring down the vibe, no. No, thank you. All right. Moving on. That's it for updates on rules. And as always, if you're ever banned, don't ban evade. Always put in an appeal or reach out via social media or email, you know? So that's that. But yeah, we're gonna be doing... Let's see what the rundown was. It's been a hard couple months. It stayed being a pretty rough time. Even though I thought I was in the clear, it still stayed a pretty rough time. But I feel like I'm in a good enough of a headspace to get my shit together, because if not now, when? Because I'm just gonna stay continuing, like, to tell myself, well, I'm still sad about my grandma, or I'm still sad about life, or I'm still frustrated about this and this and this and this and this, and then continue to give myself excuses and never get off my butt. So, we're doing things. We're doing things. Let me see if I had any statements left in my phone app, so I'm gonna be frozen for a second. So yeah. I do hope that you all respect that I'm not open to having the community public Discord anymore, and that it will be behind a subscription base. I know it's been gone for a while, so clearly there's some okay with it, but I hope you can understand, like, this is a much healthier way for me to navigate communicating in a message format with viewers while not spreading myself too damn thin and being able to still comfortably function as your lovable super spy, you know? For the sake of suspense, I will state that I'm happy to continue promoting future projects of Agent Roadkill as a character in a purely fun and self-indulgent way for me. I have to elaborate a little more on that thing that I keep going in circles about. I've basically planned a series of media that I will be sharing hopefully next year in spring when the first chapter is fully completed. And that is all at the moment I can share with you without spoiling too much. If we are mutuals and friends, you know what I'm talking about, and it's very exciting. I hope you will continue to cheer me on and stay tuned for what I have coming in spring of 2026 and forward. My only other major announcement is the charity event. And I look forward to the rest of what this year has and what next year will come to bring. Thank you for letting me reintroduce myself, the channel, my goals, and my aspirations. I'm very happy to have you all. Thank you for your patience and your kindness and for waiting on me as I was grieving with my family. Do you want to see some of the stuff I drew? I'm really proud of it. I can't show you everything because some of it's secret, but I'm so happy. Now I can talk about... I got the business stuff out of the way. I can do the fun stuff now. I'm so happy. Oh, I did this room. We're gonna zoom in on the room. I'm gonna hide everything, okay? So if you don't have your headphones on, you should fucking put them on. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Background. I'm really bad at this. Oh my god. Fuck. How the fuck do I say? Hold on. It might be easier for me just to turn my iPad on and then screen share my iPad. Hold on. There's an easier way to do this and I'm making it more difficult. But this is what the room looks like fully without chat and everything. The new chat is so cool too. Stare, what we looking at? This is my room. This is my room. I have like a purple grayish bed that's kind of like really cool. I got a camera on top of my corner of my bed, so don't look at that too hard. I got a lot of cool stuff, but we're gonna zoom in on the details and don't give me shit about my line art. I don't like drawing backgrounds. So there are fundamental flaws in this artwork that I'm very pleased with because it's my first time ever drawing a background. Huh! It's my first time ever drawing, coloring, and rendering a background on my own. I hate doing backgrounds. Hate it with a passion. You're trying to figure out what's in the top shelf. Well, that's great magic because we're about to look at it. We're about to go on a journey. And wait till you guys see. I did one new overlay. Because the old overlay for that is gonna be turned into a goddamn print, I think. Let's see. How the fuck do I do this again? I don't know how to use my computer. I don't know how to use my computer anymore. My computer. Screen mirror to the big boy 2000. Alright. Let me bring this over here. And then... There we go. Okay. Let's get chat back on. Here. Alright. And stream alerts are still muted. I'll adjust that after today's stream. Okay. So let's see. By the way, this program is called... Excuse me. Air Screen Mirroring Receiver. You can find it in the Windows shop. It is always going to have this little bar above it, but that's so much better, and it's a better quality than it used to be. So, I did like this cool texture pin right here on the wall. And maybe I could have elaborated more on it, but oh shit, it bled onto that. Okay. Like I said, some fundamental sloppy mistakes that I'm okay with. That I'm okay with personally. I would not sell this to someone. I would work on it longer, but I did work on this for 12 and a half hours total. Let's go up here. So we got this camera in the top corner so redacted agency can always monitor me. That is the agency I work for as a super spy. Talking about lore. Wiggles fingers. Lore. Ah. I gotta have a boss somewhere, you know? We got some magician lady. Oh. The bury the light deep within. I see this one random dot! Fuck! Okay. Okay. I hate my life. It's fine. Some lady from some mecha anime I really, really like. I think her name is, B2? Yeah. B3? BB8? Yeah. We got, Bullet Hell Sleepy Girl. We got, Kimi no aiba ga tukyun tukyun. Legally distinct shadow magic lady, yes. Some green-haired alien queen girly idol girl from a beloved mecha anime of mine. I got these fuck-ass curtains that I might revisit one day. Ogre Cup! I love Ogre Cup. I love Ogre Cup. They got, who's that food bowl for? Who's that food bowl for? It's for Olive. It's for Olive! If I ever get to animate, I'll try to do like a toggle of having her on the bed. Hungry Horse. I love my Hungry Horse. She's my favorite. She's my favorite girl! Let's see what we got over here. Who's that little bat, I wonder? Who's that little bat, I wonder? I know who that little bat is. Got a Game Boy. The backlit Game Boy. A coworker of mine friended me. I mean, not friended me. Her husband built it for me as a gift when I first moved back home and I didn't have a lot of friends. It can't be olives. There's still food in it. Well, it is still olives. It is still Olive's bowl. Let's see. I got a backlit Game Boy color that was gifted to me. I've got some dice and a mono white Magic the Gathering box. I don't know who plays mono white. White weenie deck. That's crazy. I don't know who plays mono white. It's me. I play mono white. Shenanigans. Although I'm starting to move into different colors. Rakdos and Izzet have been pretty fun. I haven't been playing lately, but I'm actually gonna go play for a thing tomorrow. Yeah, it's some lady? Maybe? Question mark? A doggy? Doggy plushie? A trademark doggy plushie here? Little guy that likes to eat food? Yeah? I love him. I have a blanket, my hoodie, a couple other things with him on it. They're pretty comfy. We have this little plant and this little mug outside, so whenever it rains, that mug just fills with rainwater, and then I just water that little plant. I mean, legally distinct gal dog. Yes. This little pink, purple chair outside. My bed. We got this little guy up here that could have been colored in better, Agent. Wow. Sloppy. Sorry. I got like this hanging plant, this little weather doll. Named after, or in memory of, another little weather doll I know. I got these, like, fun trees I did. This nice little sunny background. I plan on doing some alternative, like, rainy day artwork for it as well. What we got over here? What's going on over here on this shelf? Moon phase. Moon phase. What the oddly familiar romance, vampire romance poster. Moon phase, crazy ass title. Alright. We've got some little, I think it's a swamp bunny. I think it's a swamp bunny. And that movie looks awesome. Yeah, I heard it was pretty pretty cool. Pretty cool back in the day. I would know though. I would know. I watched it. Not in theaters. I didn't get to watch it in theaters. Got some little astronaut kitty cat. Oh shit. Maybe a little helper of some kind. I'm not even being on the nose anymore. Somebody's crab is in my room. I don't know why someone's crab's in my room. Someone come get your crab. I think he's lost. Oh, and one of you guys escaped containment. That's okay, though. I'll leave some food out for you. The moon phase joke just clicked. I'm so glad. I am gonna have to revisit this artwork because I kind of... Oh, fuck. I gave up on the, Shit. Shit! I gave up on this, my work cork board for my room. I gave up on it. I thought I colored it in and I forgot to color it in, and then I exported it, and by the time I realized I was already live. It's okay. I can always revisit that. It doesn't take very long to color in something like this for me. Then we got the bedside table with some nondescript bottle of lotion, some tissues. You know, a girl's gotta hydrate her tail. Yeah, it's like a theory board, like... Pepe Sylvia! I got tons of Pepe! Like, I work in the mailroom, and the Pepe Sylvia joke just flows all the time. All the time, effortlessly. I got some little pilot and a dog. Pilot and a dog? He's pretty handsome. I think he's pretty handsome. I like how I draw Olive. She's so funny. She's just got some books down here. I wonder what trio series that's nostalgic has a black, red, and baby blue book. I know that looks green, but baby blue is what it was supposed to be. Heard it was an iconic youth series. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that! It happens. It's mostly just photos, food, dog photos, some stuff for school. I didn't realize I was in my photos. Hold on. Oh my god, who are all these guys? That's crazy. This is also my new ending screen. Check this out. And I added some, like, text and some graphics, so the starting stream, the chatting stream, and the ending stream are a little more cohesive now. And then the old artwork is gonna be a print that's gonna be available, like, pretty frequently. I think I'm just gonna turn it into a little postcard. It's like a chibi version of me, Lucky, and Olive. Thank you! I was really happy for it. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, I did finish this one. I finished this one. I'm very excited about that one. I like this one a lot. I think it could use a couple things in the background to kind of bring it out more, but I like that. You like all the effort you put into your streams and art? Ah, thank you. I am trying really hard now. I really want this to be like a stamp or sticker. And speaking of stamps, I might use it for a widget that I'm trying to plug into our Twitch here. I don't know if I can get it to YouTube. If I can get it to YouTube, that'd be awesome. And I'll show that a little more too. But this is like a stamp sticker design that I thought was really cute. I haven't done like any cutesy, chibi anime stuff recently, so I really wanted to do that. And this was the thumbnail for the YouTube video and the announcement video. I'm so sorry if you all thought if anyone assumed I was graduating. I am not graduating. I just needed a full-on reset, rebounce, come back to the roots, and then reassess everything. In a way, it kind of feels like, you know, how we started has died, but it's all good. And then I'm drawing this for Lucky. This is a character he's got me designing. Let me see. It's sketchy, so let me... There we go. So, like... He won't see this. There's this old guy for his D&D campaign that he needs, and I think he's like a fighter. Like a rogue of some or something. I don't know. I don't know much about D&D. And I got like him angry. Having a lot of fun with this. And I got his younger self that I'm sketching out. He wanted me to do like a younger version and then make him have like a hot young wife who's the same age as him. Let me rephrase that. And then he becomes like the sad, ornery, like asshole old man. So fun. So fun! What else I got in here that I can show you? Oh, this is the full art of the little guy. Little guy. My little Hollow Knight dude. That was fun. Oh, here we go. I think... So... Dang it. So this is the time lapse. So I kind of figured out how I wanted to do the room. I drew myself, I did a bunch of different stuff. I figured out how I wanted to set the room, looked up a couple different room layouts to kind of use as a guide. I had the desk over there, and it's like, wait, but then if I'm streaming in live, why is there a desk in the background, you know? So, I wanted like a half moon bed, or a half circle bed. And then I had like some hanging lamps, and then I was like, I want more modern, like flush to the wall kind of lamps. And then I started refining it. I do have a chair design that I'm also sketching out. That's not done. That was me trying to figure out like where I'd sit in the room. How it would look. And this is me refining the lines. We're already an hour in. Let's see. I'm just going in on everything. Sketching it out. I think I would like some more snapping tools available to me. I think next time I do this, or if I refine it, and I made like a long headboard. And I think I got rid of the long headboard and made like a hidden headboard and had these giant pillows instead and a small headboard. Put those two shelves up. And I think I'm refining everything on that shelf. I'm addressing that corner. Put a shelf there. I was like, I want to do a poster. I don't know what I'm going to do a poster of. And I stopped at a point and then I was like, I know what I want to do. And then I started drawing all the anime girls on the other side. What the fuck am I doing here? Hello. I think I was gonna do, like, on top of that, another room scene, and then I decided, well, let me go and finish this. I think I like it. That's me drawing Kirby. Then I go in with blue ink and start sketching out everything else on a different layer. What I didn't like off the first sketch. Revisit, readdress, readjust. Yep, I drew a Switch, a non-discrepant Nintendo console. not Nintendo. Oh, there's me drawing the Twilight the moon phase poster. Oop. I suck at this. Oh my god. I love how everyone got a statue and Virgil is just a bean. It's because I have a Virgil bean, like a tiny one, and he goes with me everywhere in my purse. And it was a gift from a very dear friend of mine. Let's see. Oh, and then I did all the line work on the texture for the bed, the pillows, and the line art gone across like the screens for my room. Miss you! Hello, Miss you, and everybody else. We're looking over the, hello, Miss you! Hello, everyone. Oh my god. This is crazy. I'm sorry I don't have any sound alerts on because we kind of had a serious stream today. Let me pause this. Can I pause this? I think I can. I'm gonna hold my finger here. Thank you, Miss you! Thank you! Hello, I hope your stream was well. If you need a break, miss you, please take a break. Please do. Please go rest. No, you are very fine. The very serious moments are done. I have... I promise you. It was, today I am coming back from streaming. As a side note, hello, I am... Let me pause this and come back. I'm at 3 minutes. 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes. Yes, and we're also taking an ad break! Oh! Ads, I'm so sorry. Oh, it is what it is, but yes, welcome in. And if anyone needs to take a break, please take a break. Let me see. There you go. There's chat. For anyone that joined us and does not know who I am, yes, oh my god, the moon phase poster, non-copyright. For anyone that is new, hello, my name is Agent Roadkill. I am a Possum-Mutant super spy. It is a pleasure to have you. Please join the Labratz if you would like to stay and visit for more future art projects, fun gaming. Yeah, moon phase, I mean, oh my goodness. I'm goofy, I'm silly, I do cuss quite a bit. Welcome, Inton. Welcome. If I need to readdress how I address you, please tell me. Yes, hello, Mishu's little guys. Hello, welcome. Become Labratz. Please become Labratz. We'd love to have you. This is my welcome back stream after a couple months of rough time grieving, and I'm very happy to be back. I'm very happy to be back on the grind. And I'm glad to have y'all. I'm glad to have y'all. I'm so glad y'all rated it now and not when I was boohoo crying. Ooh. I like video games, I like trading card games. I like artwork, and I like working on projects entirely, and I'm an overachiever, so do with that as you will. Do with that as you will. But yes, feel free to join. Feel free to join, feel free to relax, feel free to kick back. Right now, I'm showing them this background I drew for myself for the first time. I'm not really good at drawing backgrounds. I'm learning, and in my learning course, I drew this that was very self-indulgent and very, very fun. And I'm showing them everybody the time lapse of that process. Let's hop back to it. Damn it! Sorry, my fault. Wrong one. Fat fingers. My fault. I'm sorry. My bad. Let's see. Time lapse. We're at 4 minutes. Yeah, and then I start going in on the moon phase, not Twilight poster. It is okay. It was a hard time, but it's not going... We're gonna keep our heads up, and we're gonna keep going forward. And I appreciate that. Thank you for all your love and energy. I'm just happy to be back. And then I'm drawing out the feel of the trees and this like rounded chair I kind of wanted on my patio space. An Olive's dog bowl. I like doing etching and hatching. It just feels right. Like, it's like etchy, pencil-y, but digital feel. Massaging my brain. Thank you, I need it. I need it. I'm constantly working it. What am I doing with this? I think I'm refining a lot of line work in certain spots, or I was resizing stuff. That's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm making some finite details, and then I just hand-line sketched in this whole monitor like a crazy person. I went in. I was like, ha! And we go! And then on the pillows, little like light hatching right here to indicate where shadow would go. And then I'm finishing out my anime figures. I think I figured out who I wanted up here. I did a indescript, a magic lady, and some girl from some bullet hell game. Then down here I figured I was gonna do a doggy, and then I was gonna put, I think, one of my brothers right here in this space hiding. Like a little guy. Okay, what am I doing now? Maybe I just had the application open for a while and I was just falling asleep on it. No, I can see I'm refining line weights. Yep, little bat. There's a little bat. I know who that is. Homage to my brother. I think I duplicated some layers yet. So here, I duplicate and multiply layer the line art so that everything can kind of feel a little heavier. And then I added a base gray layer, and then I worked from that. And I kind of figured out how I wanted my shadows to go. Then I fixed the transparency, fixed the multiply layer. I think I started using the selection tool for all this. Let's see if we can go in on this. Crazy. So I started going, why am I doing this with a pen and I could have used the selection tool? Alright. Yep. Light, how light would hit in the room. It's not perfect. Like, well, I'll have these two lamps on. And then I hit it with something. I duplicated the color layer. And then I did something called a gradient map for people who are not artists. Oh, the bat is a Volpe thing! The bat is a Volpe thing. And these little guys are some of my good friends. So, if you know them, awesome. If you don't, that's okay! Oh, this is... Hold on. This is a really fun time. I had a lot of fun. I think I had the most fun with this little poster section. Built the whole room about the vibes of this poster. Let's see. Let's go back. So I do the gradient layer. And then on a separate layer, I select that area. Oh my god. Area. And start going in on it. Purple for shading, and then purple around his face because, you know, he's a vampire. He's dead. He's not gonna have like rosy cheeks like she should. Then I did the shade. I revisited the shading because I didn't like it. I did the same over here. Yeah, I was like, selection tool. I'm lazy. Let's see, what do I move on to next? The chair, the shading on the chair, some clouds in the sky. Me trying to figure out if I wanted add or screen for the layer effect. Now I'm just filling in random spaces. Because at one point I'll go, well, I'm bored of this area. I'm gonna go work on the other area. Let's see. And now I just, like, at a certain point it really just starts to just go. When I figure out what colors I want where, and how I'm gonna do different coloring layers. Now I did neglect this space, but shh, it's okay. It's okay! We did a good job. We had fun. Oh, that's me being zoomed in on this area and not knowing I color dropped and made that whole other area that same color, so I had to go back, delete the layer, and figure out what I did wrong. I had fun with the little rug. Color in the plants. And some highlight. A little more highlight on some places I thought I could use it. And then I wound up, like, not doing it because I think it took away. But I may revisit it. Adding some more shadows. I kind of like that contrast, but I don't know. Sometimes I go, I don't think I like that contrast. I think it's too much. And then I change it. I change it real bad. Yeah, I like change the opacity to a bit lighter. Eating it. I will head over to sleep, but welcome back, AJ. Have a great rest of your stream. Thank you, Mishu. Thank you for bringing your little guys to me. You have a good rest. Thank you for the raid. And I hope you have a good night and sweet dreams. Oh my god. Color effect layers. And we're done. So 10 hours and 18 minutes. Yay! Oh, and one thing I did on stream previously... Let me tilt this way. One thing I did on stream previously... If I can find it... I think it's in here. I finished this, by the way. This is done. One of my VTuber children. I'm revisiting his design to fit more closely to this concept sketch of him. Or what was a sketch is now finalized art, but that's Mr. Bones. And I had a lot of fun doing this as well. My favorite part is like his little face, but mostly like the Conan O'Brien hair, but it's just so badass. It was so fun. This was so fun. Yo, Mr. Bones. Yeah. I'd be having a lot of fun. Like, this is the character design. Don't look, he's naked. He's not really naked. But like... Oh, hello. I'm gonna revisit this and make it more color accurate to that image, because I really liked where I went with that. I really like this face so much. And this will be one of the things I'll be probably streaming, is my art progress and my returns. Those are comms from last year that took a break because life just went down. Hold on, there's stuff you're not supposed to see. Not because it's crazy, but like I realized it was behind the scenes stuff. Let's go back. But yeah. And that's it. That's the whole kit and caboodle. No, Siri, do not. I turned off Siri off this iPad because I would be streaming and across the room it would go, uh-huh, and it would freak me the fuck out. Like, absolutely freak me the fuck out. I'm just happy to be back. Let's take a little BRB. If you need to use the restroom, if you need to take a break, if you need to stretch, we'll do 5 minutes. I'll come back. I'll talk a little more, and then we'll head out for the night, I think. I think that sounds good. How long have I been live? 2 hours? That's not bad. Let's take a BRB. We'll be back in 3 minutes, okay? Stretch. Pee. Grab something to eat if you haven't eaten, please. We got this. Be right back. up my phone real quick. I forgot to do that. I do this a lot. My fault. I need to do a snack. Let's get kind of hangry. Fuck. Hangy. What am I? 5? Jesus. Alright. Music loud. But yeah. We're back. We're so back. Okay, Agent, you said that 2 to 3 streams a week now. What does that mean for this week? I have an exam due Tuesday night. And I close Tuesday night. So there will probably not be a stream until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. I do keep the the Twitch schedule here posted and updated pretty frequently. And then I also post it to Twitter, and I'm trying to use Blue Sky more again as well. Bear with me if I forget, and if you catch me, you catch me, you know? It's just kind of like that, and my fucking little pose I'm in is not fun, so let me change poses. I'm probably gonna do a sit pose, and it's gonna have me squat down here. It is. I'm not using any of the body tracking stuff, because my computer got really, really hot right before stream, and I was worried it was gonna explode. I was so worried. So worried it was gonna explode. Spent so much money. Dang. This. There we go. So my hands aren't moving. I just kind of sat like at attention. But my head's moving around a lot, and it's kind of probably throwing y'all off. Again, for those that have never been to an Agent Roadkill stream, because it's been forever since I streamed, I use a 3D model, and sometimes use PNG models I commission from friends and talented artists who I love. But I use a 3D model, and I utilize VC Face, and it is a Vroid model, and I utilize the XR kit, or the System Animator web kit for posing, and its webcam tracking. Sometimes that takes a good bit of time, depending on what my computer is doing or was doing. Excuse me. I try not to use the hand tracking frequently, so I try to do the preset poses. And I am currently looking into if that program has any other, like, downloadable poses. I haven't seen any. I think you have to do it, like, in Blender, and then connect it to Blender, and it's, like, a whole thing, and it winds up being kind of, like, more complicated for me than what I'm willing to put the time into. There's not like, here's a downloadable file of poses! They just give you, like, 17 to 20-ish poses to choose from. Which is good if any of you are ever considering becoming a VTuber and you decide to pursue the 3D model career. Or lifestyle. I enjoy it. It is fun. It helps me. Eventually, one day I would like Live 2D because I want it all. I'm greedy, selfish, and I love art and consuming. And I am a consumer, for sure. So one day I will have Live 2D, whether it's I make it myself and then just save up forever and finally drop down on a Live 2D model, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't really know what else to chat about. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream so far. Earlier we did, for anyone that missed, we did a PowerPoint of me kind of talking about where I was. I cried. because I got very vulnerable. If you want to see that, I'm not doing it again. You can go to YouTube and watch the YouTube VOD. Let me see if my commands still work. Damn, okay, they don't. If you want to watch the YouTube VOD, I'll make that available in the link somehow, some way. Let's see. Copy. You'll find it here under events titled New Beginnings, I'm sure. Go back so I don't lose my space. Scary. God damn. Sorry, I'm fine. It's been a funny day. It's been a weird, funny day. Oh shit! I remembered what I wanted to show. God damn it. When I don't write stuff down. I usually have like 17 sticky notes like on my desk. I used to do like 17 sticky notes on my desk so I could follow it through stream because I get kind of sidetracked if I don't have something prompting me. Let's see. I wanted to show the new widget that I couldn't get connected before stream, but I want to show what it looks like while promoting the artist. CliveGen. So you can find it on their Coffee. I think on their Etsy as well. They have free-to-use updates and custom-made updates and custom-made artwork already for you to use that are free to use. And you can also include your very own. But if you don't have like the money or the ability or the brain power, I don't have the brain power, to commission someone for a custom widget for streams. This artist called CliveGen made a really cool widget that you connect to. I think it's Stream Elements is the best way, which is sad if you don't use Stream Elements, and that's up to each and every other individual like creator. I do use it because it helps me a lot, and I can't speak right now. It helps me a lot, and I don't have a lot of time to. I get spread really thin whenever I start trying to look into a bunch of different or research into too many different widget or chat sites like Stream Elements. Let's see. I can share my screen. That's fine. There you guys are. I think it was this one. Happy Chat Box widget. New chat modes. You can do it like a Bilibili stream. Which, if you don't know what a Bilibili stream, it's usually like, or a Nico Nico stream, it's usually when the text is scrolling sideways and like getting thrown across the screen, or the screen as the content is playing. It doesn't have to be like that. It's up to your discretion. It's super customizable. They do like free badges, free upgrades. So I downloaded this for the Hollow Knight event I want to do next month. Or not that I want to do, I'm doing. For everyone that stopped by, I'm doing an event all of November. Our goal is going to be $300. We're raising we're going to raise money for Go To Lung Cancer, a nonprofit that helps families and patients in need who are affected by this horrific disease, and it is in memory of my own grandmother. I chose Hollow Knight because it is the current game that it is the only thing I wanted to play every single day while I was visiting my grandmother before she lost her battle with stage 4 cancer this past September. Stage 4 lung cancer. I can't freaking talk right now. I'm sorry. Which is why I was very emotional, understandably, when I was explaining where I was on my hiatus. That way you guys aren't sidelined and go, Agent, why are you doing this? That's pretty specific. Well, that's why. Not that I have to explain myself. I just choose to so I don't have to later. or feel like I have to later. So yeah, I'm doing a Hollow Knight, and then play Silk Song if I get to it. For every stream in the month of November is all Hollow Knight, and every stream for the month of November, we will be setting the goal for $300 US dollars. Feel free to come. Feel free to donate if you would like during that time. I have no incentives for donation aside from you are doing it out of the goodness of your heart. My finals will be just around the corner, so I cannot promise any like donation incentives aside from just wanting to do something good for the sake of doing something good. And that I genuinely apologize like in advance for. Do I want to do more? Yes. Do I have time and mental to do more? Unfortunately, no. So that is why it is a smaller goal in case people are like, well, I will watch and support, but I cannot donate if I don't get something out of it. I totally understand and respect that, but this is how I'm doing it. Yeah, they have like little images that different people in chat can be. A candy gold bar would be more than likely like our donation bar for the event. And I'm really excited because it's just super cute and thoughtful, and I like the custom chat, and I love this. I love this. I love this. It's like, let me see if I can get in on this for you to see better. There we go. It's like, look, it's the chat. That's so cool. And there's like a sub goal and then my goal, and it looks like the little live counters, and I love stuff like this. That's so fun. So I have downloaded and purchased the chat widget that this will work with, and then outside of it I'm trying to get it to, I hope you guys can see, they have a mouse. So chatters who are just regular Labratz, non-union members, which would be non-subscription subscribers, or membership people, they'll all be like this little mouse drawing. And then I'll eventually get some more custom artwork done. Because you can put your own. It's really cool. Let me see if I can go to stream elements. I did download StreamerBot. I'm going to see how it does. Streaming tools. Overlays. Edit. So like... I'm gonna type some shit in chat. Testing. I'm trying to get it fixed, but for the time being, it's like, there's my name, streamer badge, that, and then it says, like, what we're saying in chat. And it's really cool. I love stuff like this. I think that's really neat. I was happy to give into it, especially because, like, custom widgets like this usually go for a good chunk of change if it's for just one person. But CliveGen is the GOAT, and this was like 15 euros. I think that's a euro. And I was like 17, 18 USD at the end of the day. And you can get like gold bars and stuff like that. Widget, like they have Chikawa. I downloaded these because I think they're funny. I think they're so funny. I love them. And it does use the 7TV emotes as well. They will show up. Yeah, I love this. I loved this. I loved that they had like presets that you can use. I think if you get this, they have like a bunny one. They have cats. They have a Pokemon themed one. So if you're doing Pokemon streams for the month, like Nuzlocke or anything like that, and you want it a little more cohesive to what you're playing and just somewhere up in the corner. I like that. I like that a lot. And you can set it to like that specific overlay and then have like your chatting screen, I can't speak, your chatting screen be like your regular. And I love things like that. I love things like that. I'm trying to figure it out, but I love this. So yeah, we're getting back in the groove. We're getting some changes made. I'm just yapping to yap at this point. And that's about it. Oh my god. Who subbed? Holy moly. Brother. Why won't they show me? Thank you to whoever subbed. I don't know why it's yelling at me. Eating glass. Our subscriber-only Discord will be open at the end of November. The very last day of November, it will be open. Merch pre-orders start at the end of December and go out in the middle of January. I'm going to order the merch in November, make the advertisement in the middle of December, open the pre-order at the end of December, and then ship it all out in the middle of January or at the start of January, whichever is the soonest, with the holidays not beating us in the face over with the fucking... I see daily, because I work in a mailroom, the freaking charges on shipping out of the US, and I'm like, I'd be doing it all out of pocket, so see. I wanted to show me who subscribed, but whoever subscribed, thank you so much. I'm going to Twitch to check and see. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a part of your union. I don't know why. It's also supposed to flag a chat message. And it's just not wanting to do it. Hates me. There. Dang it. Dang it. It doesn't want to show me. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look so I can outright thank you. Those are my subscriptions. What am I doing? I need to go to the creator dashboard. Roles manager. What if I eat glass instead? You know, that's just the kind of day it is. I'm grandma. I'm an old lady. I'm sorry. This town ain't big enough for the two of us ass-speaking boys. Can someone help Grandma out and figure out where the subscribers are? It's like straight up not telling me. Do they make edible glass? So have you ever seen, like, the behind the scenes of Breaking Bad? I think that's the close you'll get. Like, the closest we can get. Like, all the meth that they cook, quote unquote, is rock candy that's made in, like, straight up sheets. Like baking pan sheets. Or at least they're styled to be put in them. It's just crystal rock candy. Bro, why won't it let me look at this? You have seen that. So I think that's like the closest we'll ever get to, edible glass. Guys, I am so fucking scared. When will they realize who subbed? When will she shut the fuck up and get back to what she was doing? I genuinely don't... It did not give me anything. I hate this shit. Moderation. Fucking grandma. It's me, I'm the grandma. Subscriptions. Does it not tell you who all your fucking subscribers are? That's bonkers, nuts, bananas. Did we check under their tongue? Oh no. Ah, fuck. Let's see, ads, community, subscriptions. God damn it. I don't know, we should look. No. No, get out of... Yes, stop it. When did I have Minecraft rewards? What the fuck? Copper Age Minecraft rewards ended October 12th? What the fuck? I could have been playing Minecraft this whole fucking time. Sorry. I'm not mad. But like... I've just been gone for so long. You know? Like a deadbeat dad kind of situation. What the heaven? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? This place is a prison! Stream manager should have told me who subscribed. Whomstever subscribed. All my love and thank yous. Twitch a bitch. And not telling me how many people are actually in here. And then also not showing me actually how many people have actually subscribed. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so sorry that this thing sucks. And is frustrating. There's another widget I got I wanted to show y'all. Oh, okay, so now it wants to work. Hold on. Show y'all what I'm looking at. Oh, damn. Looking at that widget from earlier. Now it wants to show, like, the little guys. With the little mouse next to the name? That's gonna be so fun whenever I can get it actually sorted out and color-coded how I want it to be. Oh, here it is. I think this is it. Give me... So, I'll have to do this the best I can. Topography. I gotta read through the tutorial for this one. It will be a redeem on Twitch for sure. About YouTube, I'm not certain. This is a stamp card. Let's see. Emulate. How do you emulate this? Follower event, maybe? Nope. Oh. That's an emulate. That was emulated. That is not a real follower. I'm so sorry. That's my fault. Ah! Eats glass. So, this will be like a redeem with Twitch points. And you can make a custom stamp. This is what it looks like where it needs to be stamped. This is the spot where it looks like after it's been stamped, and that's the line art. It's not gonna be a cat. It's gonna either be a mouse or a block of cheese. It's gonna still be rat themed for you guys. And it's like, hey, like, I want to keep this. It's like, get a free subscription on your 10th visit. So on your 10th time punching your card, I'll gift a sub, you know? And it's just that easy. All you gotta do is watch 10 streams when I only stream 2 times a week. I might make it, like, a little easier or something better. We'll see. But I like that. I like that. I like that. Excuse me. Not the sip redeem. I drank all my drink. It was a sugar-free Red Bull. Back at it again in the kidney stone making factory. I still love caffeine. I will never not love caffeine. Also, that widget, to give credit to that person, because you do have to pay to get that widget, is, oh my god. I had to pay for it. Oh my god. Where's their name? Where's their name? Ciari Designs? I'm sure I butchered that. My Siri on my phone just activated. This bonkers. I love their artwork. It's very cute. It's very nice on my eyes. Let's see. Like, this is how it will work. It looks like a little punch card, like a loyalty card for like a shopping mart. I love that. I love this. And you can buy a blank one and then customize it like with your own art and stuff. Can they have bunnies? I love it. I like that flower one. That's pretty. I love stuff like that. I love. It's like when you play gacha games and you log in, which reminds me I need to log into Uma Musume today. Ah. Yeah, no gaming today because we're vibing and we're back. But thank y'all so much for hanging out. Thank y'all for lurking. Does anyone have a suggestion for a raid? I can't raid on YouTube, so for YouTube, this is it. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for watching if you watch the VOD. I'm gonna go ahead and end stream for that now.